It's back in the can, folks.
Goodness.
Brawling News 144. It's a UFC update. We're going to talk about Ultimate Fighter 18. Where are you going to see it at? Not where you think. We're going to tell you where. Also going to talk about Josh Rosenthal, who's currently waiting to hear whether he's going to go to the big house or not for having warehouse space. We're going to tell you more about that. We're going to talk about Matt Mitrione and how he said something really, really stupid about Fallon Fox. And we're going to wrap it up with Dan Hardy, who has a heart, but he had some bad news about that heart. All that and more coming right up. Here at Alternate Reality, Sundays are super. They're so super, in fact, that we have a sale, a Super Sunday sale. Every single Sunday, our entire stock of trade paperbacks and comics for one character is discounted 25% off all day long. Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, Teen Titans, Green Lantern, and dozens of other characters get discounted 25% off. That's one a week, every Sunday, all year long, only at Alternate Reality, where your money works harder.
And because we were all born to brawl, it's Brawling News.
The problem with having problems is all the problems they cause. Brawling News, episode 144, The Whacking of Murray Mole.
Perfectly. There's nothing perfect, but this is... Hey, folks, comic book
I heard that from back here.
Welcome once again to my video hothouse. It's time for, Bo...
Brawling News, kids!
Brawling News!
Time to fight, let's go!
UFC time! Coming in from this place, Alternate Reality, located at the intersection on 11th Kedzie. Beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my new comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. Bo!
Yes?
Ultimate Fighter 18. Where can I see Ultimate Fighter 18?
It will not be on FX. It is moving to the brand
That's why I said, where can I see
You can
it?
go to the brand... Well, you can't see it right now because Fox Sports 1 doesn't exist yet. They're going to make this big-ass launch. It's basically Speed TV and Fuel.
Speed TV.
They're going to take them and they're going to combine it into this big, huge $90 million subscriber network called Fox Sports 1. Oh. And one of the main features
Subscriber
is going to be...
network?
Well, no, you get it.
Good,
you
I'll
got
save
it.
some money.
No, you got it. You got it. I mean,
I do?
Yeah, you got it.
I do?
You got Fuel.
Okay.
And you got the Speed channel.
I thought it was a subscriber network.
No, well, it's part of your
that
basic.
a premium channel?
It's part of your basic cable.
Oh, basic cable.
It's part of your basic.
Oh, you mean it'll be on that thing called cable
Well,
that
that's
you
like
have to pay for?
G4 turned it into Esquire.
G4 turning into Esquire. Spike supposedly changing their name again. Like I said, I'm a Comcast subscriber. I don't get Fuel. He gets Fuel. So if I want to watch Fuel, I can go there.
I don't watch it, so
You should. It's really good. But anyway, Ultimate Fighter Season 18 is going to run on Fox Sport 1 on Wednesday nights, no longer on Tuesday nights, starting on September the 4th. Now, this will be the show that has both male and female fighters. They had the tryouts. 300 fighters showed up, 50 of which are women. Some of the big-name female fighters that showed up.
Yes.
Kim Couture, Randy Couture's ex-wife, and Shayna Baszler. Now, Dana White says because all these women showed up, right now the UFC's only got one female weight class. He said with this much talent out there, I'm probably going to add another weight class. And so the female fighting thing has gotten into a big deal.
big deal.
A huge deal. I mean,
A huge deal.
and actually,
Bigger than big, it's huge.
The last two UFC female fights have been damn good fights.
Okay. Meanwhile, Josh Rosenthal is awaiting his fate. Now, why is he awaiting his fate, you might ask? Well, Bo, what did he do that will make him await his fate?
You know, I always liked Josh Rosenthal, and I can't believe he's this stupid. Apparently, the FBI raided a warehouse that he owned, and inside the warehouse he found...
Why does he own a warehouse to begin with?
Well, we can't referee all the time. So he figured he'd pick up a warehouse, and I guess he was storing
He'll
things.
pick up a warehouse.
He bought... I mean, warehouse space is probably not expensive where he lives.
You know, folks, I can't be comic book man all the time. When I'm not comic book man, I buy warehouse space.
If you had a warehouse, you'd put all your packages in a warehouse. And so apparently, Josh... Well, and then
I'd think about them in the warehouse.
And then you have to,
all day long.
You have to think about this. Josh needed a warehouse because he needed a place to store his 1,356 marijuana plants.
Now you know why.
Well, there you go then. That answers that question.
Which has a street value of about $6 million.
Okay.
So he pled guilty to conspiracy to manufacture, distribute marijuana, and possession with the intent to sell.
Marijuana plants are plants, so they have to be watered and given light. So he was doing more than just storing them there. It wasn't like he was shoving them in boxes and putting
he was
stacking them against the wall.
them. Now,
the man sounds like he had a garden going on.
He had a garden going on, and I guess he was going to try to do some medicinal marijuana stuff because his stuff was in Oakland, California.
Because we wouldn't want to break the law or anything.
Well, except you can't grow that many plants because he doesn't have a medical license, for Christ's sake. So Josh pled guilty. So instead of him getting 10 years in prison, he's probably going to spend about 37 months in prison. He'll have 5 years of being on his own recognizance, and he's going to pay a big ass fine.
It was in California?
It was in California.
Because the laws are so screwy out there as far as what you can do.
Now, if he waited a couple years, and he would have been like, yeah, you got marijuana in your house, who cares? But now, you know, he got a warehouse full of it.
It's a weird...
You're making money, dude.
Nobody would, if he was in Colorado...
Colorado would be like, yeah, we don't care, man.
Okay, the store's website, which I'm always telling you to go to at the end of every story. We've already covered this story on it, but we're going to do it here too. Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox is the transgendered fighter who's in UFC.
She is an independent fighter. No, she has no chance in hell of ever fighting.
Okay, well, the transgendered fighter, Fallon Fox, and Matt Mitrione are up to something.
Well, Fallon Fox fought in Florida.
Yeah.
The people in Florida finally decided to give her a license, even though for the first 30 years of her life, she was a guy.
That would be the nature of being transgendered.
Yeah, Matt
Mitrione.
Mitrione.
A dick, but she fights as a woman.
Yeah, so Matt Mitrione, he's on the MMA Hour. He's got a little segment called the Mitrione Minute. And during this minute, for reasons known only to Mitrione, who's nicknamed Meathead for a reason. Yeah, that's his nickname. He basically called her a disgusting freak and suggested she had mental problems. He also said that watching her fight was kind of like watching Chris Brown smack up Rihanna. And so the UFC went, we have this thing that is a code of conduct, and you violated it. So right now you're currently under suspension for saying something stupid that you could have left to yourself.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to say everything you think.
Right.
Okay. And our last.
Now, although actually, Ronda Rousey talked about that. She's investigating, and basically her problem with it is the fact that Fallon Fox may be a woman now, but she's got the bone structure of a guy.
Yeah.
So she shouldn't be allowed to fight.
That's a whole mess. I don't even want to get anywhere near. I don't even want to get anywhere near that mess. And our last story involves Dan Hardy, who has a heart, but he has to get it checked.
He was supposed to fight a couple of weeks ago. He had a pre-fight checkup, an electrocardiogram, and it revealed that he may have Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, which is an irregular heartbeat, which is not life-threatening because it raises your heartbeat up for a while, then your heartbeat goes down, it goes up, and it goes up. It's not life-threatening, but the UFC people figured it wasn't a good idea to have him fight, and so they're going to send him to a heart doctor to check it out, and there is an operation he can get to get it fixed, although Hardy says he's not going to get the operation because it hasn't bothered him up to his life until this point in time. He's going to retire relatively quickly anyway. This is also the same heart condition that WWE wrestler MVP had. Okay. And actually wrestles with. So it's not life-threatening, but it can screw up your heart in the future. Yeah. But Hardy said, I'm not going to have an operation because I'm only going to fight for another year anyway. Then I'm going to go off and get a job doing something else. But the fact that they caught him and said, hey, dude, wait a minute.
I'm sure as long as he's willing to sign away the liability, he can do whatever it is.
Well, it's not. I mean, the chances of him actually having a fight and having a heart attack during the fight are slim and none. Right. It's just your heartbeat goes up, and then your heartbeat goes down.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with that. And that's it. We're done. Finish out here. We got no more Brawling news. Go to the store's website. Check out all the Brawling news this man sends me. I post up there, Bo.
Yeah.
Tell them!
Sarah, tell them.
It stood the test of time, but failed basic English. www.myalternatereality.com.
Just go to the store's website. Check out all of his. Check out all of his.
Good sell.
Brawling news.
Nice sell, by the way.
Until next time, this is Comic Book Man.
And this is Bo.
Saying, Bye! Bye!
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.